Why I order? Yeah, I'm trying to be intimidating. Yeah, no, it doesn't really work. I'm too soft and squidgy. But in this video, I'll be telling you everything about Intimidate, explaining what Intimidate does, and helping you learn and hopefully get better at Magic the Gathering. So in this Commander class, we will be going over the keyword Intimidate. But before I go any further, a word from our sponsor. When it comes to the sponsor of this video, it is again me. I have an Etsy store where I make soft and colourful t-shirts with a funny design, or what I find funny, for people to enjoy and love and show off. When it comes to this, to help out the channel, all the proceeds that go into buying merch and stuff like that is to get better lighting, get cameras, stuff like that, to make the videos better for use. So it's kind of one of those things that it's a double win for you. You get nice and soft and funny hoodies or t-shirts, then you're able to help out the channel and watch better content for yourself. So now let's answer the question, what is Intimidate? Well, the definition of Intimidate is:
a creature with Intimidate can't be blocked except by artifact creatures and/or creatures that share a color with it. It first appeared in Zendikar. In 2009, Intimidate was announced as an evergreen keyword to replace fear.
So what does this mean in layman's terms? Realistically, it means your creatures become unblockable, but for only under two circumstances. If someone has an artifact creature, then they're able to be blocked. But also if something shares the same color pip as what you're playing as, then it's also blocked. So it's not perfect, but it's quite good. It's one of those things where if we'll say I have a black creature and I attack with it, and you don't have an artifact or a creature with a black pip, that damage is going straight through. However, if you have an artifact creature, you're able to block with it, or if you have a card that has that black pip in it, if it's monocolor, dual-color, tricolor, four-color or five-color, you're able to block because the pip is on the card. And if you don't know what fear is, don't you worry, I'll be making a video of that at some point. When it comes to Intimidate, there's not that many cards, it's not very seen. As someone that's playing Magic the Gathering since Dominaria, which I think it was 2018, I could be wrong, I haven't seen it that much. I know a handful of cards that have it, and I know a handful of ways to get it. However, with how Magic has been doing, there's so many cards that just make creatures unblockable. Then there's also like weird abilities as well that pretty much Intimidate and Fear has not really been seen that much, or not really that great of an ability. However, because it's in Magic the Gathering, I have to make a video on it. So when it comes to ways to get Intimidate, there's mainly three. There is the main one, it's just on the card. Again, with all these keywords, the first one is always going to be, it's just on the card. It just says Intimidate. But this video will help you if you have a card and you're like, what does Intimidate mean? You now know that this creature is unblockable unless it's with an artifact or something that shares a color pip with the card. Then there is enchantment and enchantment creatures. So there's enchantments that you're able to go, I enchant my creature, it now has Intimidate. But then there's also enchantment creatures that have it, but also you can do the bestow cost, I think it's called, and put it onto a creature to give it Intimidate. And then if it's not a keyword, there's the main way I've seen it, which is an artifact equipment. Usually it'll just be like, this creature gets ++, and also Intimidate. But sadly there isn't many ways or much to talk about. It's a very simple keyword. There's not really amazing things you can do with it, and throughout the years it has been outshadowed by so many other abilities. So again, if you are new to the game, the chances of you seeing it are not huge. There is way more better ways to make things unblockable. But again, this wouldn't be a Commander class without talking about Intimidate, and this is where my fears have started to happen. When it comes to keywords that haven't been used in a while, I'm always worried of what I'm going to do in this section when it comes to commanders that have the X ability that I make the video on. However, I was lucky enough that in this one, it didn't happen. There is a total of a whopping 3 commanders you can play, and those 3 commanders are
Jeth, Lord of the Vault, Micarius, the Unhallowed, Vila the Nightclad.
Now, as of recording and doing the research for this video, I've seen 2 of them. I've never seen the Dimir one. The 3-color one I've seen a few times and it's quite good. And then the pure black one has just been a card that I've known of. So even then, me playing for so long, I barely even knew. I knew one from the top of my head. One I knew a card of if I seen, and then one I've never seen before. So I do think that Intimidate has been pretty much forgotten, but they'll probably still very rarely print the ability on a card. But as overall, I do think Intimidate is a pretty much borderline dead keyword ability. But if you like Intimidate, or if you've done any mad things with Intimidate, let me know in the comments down below. If you play any of the commanders, again, let me know how you build it. If you have any on Moxfield, I would love to see. While you're down there, remember to like and subscribe and all that YouTubey stuff we ask for. If you like these commander classes, I have a previous commander class here, a playlist of all the commander classes I do here, and a subscribe button here, and I'm so close to making my 100th commander class. Let me know if there's any keywords you would like to see, and I will see you all in the next video.